Now, an Emeritus Newsbrief, I'm Lynn Houston. The director of the Congressional Budget Office says the Democrats' health reform proposals don't do enough to cut the cost of health care. During testimony in the Senate Budget Committee, CBO Director Doug Elmendorf said proposals in both the House and the Senate fall short on savings. Meanwhile, over in a House subcommittee, testimony that the Bush administration did little to deal with price fixing and monopolization by healthcare providers and insurance companies.
Unfortunately, this is also a story of regulatory neglect where the federal enforcers have dropped the ball. During the Bush administration, there were no enforcement actions against anti-competitive, deceptive, or fraudulent activity, no challenges to mergers in the health insurance industry. And the same thing is true for pharmacy benefit managers and GPOs. What is the result? The insurance markets are tremendously concentrated. The PBM market has 3 firms with effectively an 80% market share. And how has that impacted consumers? Insurance premiums have increased by 87% over the last 6 years. The number of uninsured has skyrocketed. How has that affected these market participants who are supposed to squeeze every penny and represent the interests of the plans and consumers? Well, the profits for insurance companies have skyrocketed by over 400% over the past 6 years to over $13 billion. The same is true for PBMs. Those profits have increased to almost $3 billion and increased by over 300%. To me, as a former antitrust enforcer, when I see profits increasing like that, that tells me those markets aren't working. That tells me those people have market power. That tells me antitrust enforcement is necessary. But we haven't gotten that.
You can see the whole hearing by going to the Emeritus News insurance page. A new public service message from the Federal Trade Commission kicked off a crackdown this week on fraudulent lenders. Numerous arrests have been carried out and will continue as the FTC and attorneys general in at least 25 states serve warrants on bad actors and shut down the worst offenders. See a list of the people and firms involved so far on the Emeritus News consumer page. The latest on the biggest issues and public policy only at emeritusnews.com. And live 24 hours, 7 days a week on the Emeritus News channel at livestream.com. That's an Emeritus News Brief. I'm Lynn Houston.